Hello, welcome to The Buzzer. It's your old pal Sean, and I'm here with some Stranger news. Stranger Things news, to be precise. And I should mention, potential spoiler warning here, because we're going to get into some uncharted territory. So, turn back now if you haven't seen Season 3 of Stranger Things, because it's going to get downright spoilery. Producer Jim, I believe we have a clip. Why don't you go ahead and roll that for us? Wow. There you have it. Hopper is alive. Now, if you've listened to the show, my old pal JD and I, we have long speculated that he never died, which leads us to a couple things here. So, in the name of pointless speculation, I imagine Hopper either A, jumped through the upside-down portal that was opened up before it closed at the end of Season 3, or B, and more likely, a Russian guard captured him at the very last second they took him away, unbeknownst to the U.S. authorities. I think that's the likeliest of answers here. And so I never doubted that he was alive. We saw the teaser at the very end of Season 3 after the credits that the American is in the prison, and obviously that's Hopper. But here's what I think they should do with the show, or at least my outlandish fan theory. I think Season 4 is going to be largely a buddy cop season with Hopper and Steve Harrington. And hear me out here. I think Steve Harrington, not knowing what to do with his life, keep in mind he was working at Scoops Ahoy just after high school, not knowing what the next step should be, I think he enlists in the military, and then I think that given his connections with the Demogorgons of the past and the Upside Down, I think he's going to get sent on special assignment to go to Siberia and rescue old Hop. And I think that bulk of the season will consist of the two of them fighting their way through Russian territory, getting back to the U.S., presumably through the Upside Down, and at the very end, joining up with the rest of the gang, as is the MO for each season. And I think on the other plot line we're going to get is Eleven trying to get her powers back, as well as discovering other children with extraordinary abilities. And I think that's something that they've hinted at, that they're probably going to come back to. We did get a teaser trailer before that suggested this season is not really going to take place in Hawkins at all, which would make sense considering at the end of Season 3 we saw Elle and Winona Ryder and her character and their family all move. So it's probably par for the course here. Nancy will probably go off to college with Jonathan. Who knows? But I think that the gang will meet up at the end, and Hopper and Steve are going to fight their way through Russia. My speculation here. Now, we don't exactly know when the release date's going to be, but we can presume that from the previous trailer, it had some ominous Christmas music playing in the background, that it probably will be a December release of this year. It is expected to wrap up filming at the end of summer, which would give them about 6 months to get everything done in post-production, which would be right on time. And they've done a pretty good job about releasing these things on marquee holidays, whether it's July 4th or Christmas. And it almost seems to alternate between Halloween, July 4th, Halloween, July 4th, Christmas. So that's probably going to be the right timeline there. So yeah, I think that they're going to go big. I do think that this will be the second to last season, and I think that we get 5 to wrap this thing up, and Season 5 will be a very bloated season, would be my guess. They're probably going to do 10 episodes, I'd imagine, just to tie everything up, but we're getting down to the end here. The Duffer Brothers have been very upfront that they don't want this thing to drag on, and I think that's great. I think that this really should have a very concise ending. I also think that this is Netflix's wake-up call. They're going to need to really load up some good content after this, because I'm going to be honest, with Disney Plus rolling, with the other streaming sites going, after Stranger Things 5, I don't really know what's going to keep me tethered to Netflix, but who knows? They may come out with another knock it out the park type of idea. But I want to know what you guys think. What's the future of Stranger Things? How's Hopper in Russia? And how's Hopper going to get back? And what's going to happen this season? Love to hear your wild speculation. Just let us know in the comment section below on YouTube. Or why don't you go ahead and send us a carrier pigeon if you're just listening on the podcast. And producer Jim will go ahead and get back to you via his own carrier pigeon. Isn't that right, buddy? You can say something. He's nodding affirmingly. But in any event, you guys are great. Stay tuned to the buzzer for more pointless speculation of things that we can't possibly know. Love ya. Bye-bye.